So we're still recognizing social distance, but we're gonna go do some testing. I really need to get a couple of passes in the truck. A lot of things that we changed that I haven't had an opportunity to really test on a street surface. We went and tested it at the track and it did great. But then that night I went out and I don't even have video of it, but it was bad. Let's just say that. Lit the tires up immediately. None of my safeties, you know, for power control worked. It was bad. So now that we've gotten it on the dyno, everything's good for power. I've adjusted those tables to be for this new converter. Because what was happening is the tables that I had were based on RPM. And so there's a certain RPM that I think it's going to be if it's a good pass at a certain time once I let go of the button. So I have a table to take some timing out if the RPM goes above that too quickly. That didn't work at all on this pass because this converter is gripping so much more, so the wheel speed is higher for that same RPM. So the whole time I was below my threshold and it wasn't retarding any timing, but it was spinning that entire time, so I was just going nowhere. So we've adjusted those now and yeah, hopefully it'll be good, but I mean, we just need some testing. I need to see what the new RPM trend is now. And I've only got one log of it and it wasn't really very useful, so we're gonna try to get it a little bit closer. Now that we have those switches on the dash, we can choose between 3 different surfaces that we think it's gonna be, and that should give us an estimated RPM trend off the button. So if it's a really bad surface, like, yeah, it'd be great if I could just, you know, make it hook as good as a good surface, but I know it's not going to. So what I do is lower down that threshold to a lower RPM, and therefore a lower wheel speed. So I'm predicting that it's going to be slower out the hole, basically. If it's a bad road, I'm going to be slower. It's as simple as that. What I'm doing is making the safety net lower on a road that I know is going to be slower. So hopefully I can be a little bit more aggressive with the calibration that we actually put in there, and that safety net will keep me from, you know, going over too much. So if I just ride that line all the way up, it still should be a decent pass, but I got to make sure that that actually works. We haven't really done a pass where it hit deep into that timing retard and caused it to have to slow it down. So far, it's only had to pull like a couple of degrees of timing, and it worked, but I wanna see what it's like if I can just ride that line all the way up. Because then it's just a matter of, all right, I gotta guess the RPM trend of the surface instead of guessing 5 different other parameters to get that surface just right. So we'll see how it goes. Chris is gonna come out and do some testing on his too. He did a couple of changes, I think, on transmission and converter, I think, too. So he's kind of in the same boat. It's gonna act totally different. What's the goal for this one?
Don't break.
Don't break, that's a good goal.
We'll see what happens.
Did you make any changes specific for this?
No, I just put a new transmission in it. Oh, okay, I see what you're doing. I was like, what?
Made no changes. Just gonna wing it. Watch it make a perfect pass.
Dude, the settings that are on it right now are from XRP.
Oh, that's...
And that was that night. That night was sticky.
It's a bold move.
Yeah. I'm about to blow some tires off.
Yeah. We'll get 2 burnouts. Maybe, are you going in the left or the right? Left is more challenging for me, anyway. I've never made a good hit in the left.
It looked a little dirty when that truck was driving through them.
I mean, they're both a little dirty, but so the problem with the left is that it has really deep grooves where we start, and 2 squares out, it gets smooth, so it's nice. The right lane, we start on smooth and it gets grooved 2 spaces out.
Oh.
But by that time, it's not that big a deal because you already got some good momentum from a good launch. So
you're more like dropping in instead of dropping out.
Yeah. So you already got some momentum, you can pour in the power and it doesn't go, but I mean, I can't get an initial bite from the left lane. There's a lot of rubber on it now, maybe, but.
Well, we're about to find out.
Yeah, I'm gonna try the left lane.
$10 says I just blow the tires straight off.
I'm not gonna bet you.
It's like I'm sitting here all strapped in and I'm like, man, I need to get out and change my shocks. And I'm like, nah.
Nah.
We'll see how it goes. All right.
Now I'll walk up there. Oh yeah, taller gear. He's gonna have problems with his burnouts now. You're good there. Starting line's right up there. Okay.
As expected?
No. He needs to leave it a lot more with that gear. I didn't think it was gonna be that big of a difference, but that's huge. That gear is tall.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's already dark here, so might not be able to see my face. First pass was okay. I just, like, it hooked and went. Didn't have enough power in it. It was very lazy. So I'm gonna try to really wick it up on the launch because it didn't even touch the timing support table that I was hoping to test. So since it didn't touch that at all, it wasn't that great of a test, but it was encouraging at least because it took more than I thought it was going to. I thought what we did was gonna spin enough to test that table, but it did not. That's better.
I'll be back here.
Left good, just needed more sooner.
Yeah. 40, 30?
Yeah. Okay, so you might just let out early if the 8th mile doesn't look right.
Oh, okay.
What does the 8th mile say? Oh no, that might be right. Because it needed more power up top. Probably 1 second out, it needed more power.
I can't go. Well, I can, I guess, because I can actually leave on more than 6 pounds. I could turn the.
Well, what was the ramp set at? Or do you have it
It's
to?
supposed to go to 16, but.
Oh, just immediately?
You see what it did? Yeah, 0.2 seconds supposed to be 16 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
10 pounds of dome pressure.
You can take the retard away.
On or off?
Do you still?
I had it off already.
Oh, it was already off. Okay.
It felt like it fucking pulled the wheel.
It looked like it did a little bit too.
It left good, it just kind of like...
The front came right back down pretty much as soon as it left. Tune time.
I don't know how to tune.
Turn it all up.
Give me a second. All right, hang on. We got to figure out how to, on the trans brake, how do I make it build more boost?
Robert, where are you?
Yeah, Robert.
He needs you.
I got what you want. All right, so we're back to our 3750.
Robert, you're gonna end up divorced if he came out here.
That's what she said. Told him, said, if you go to the streets, don't come home.
All right, so Chris turned his up, turned the RPM up a little bit, turned the target boost up a little bit, and I don't know, some other stuff. He wasn't flooring it all the way because his streetcar carpet was getting in the way. So he's gonna make another one right now. was good.
That's a little better.
It stayed up. It didn't go and then come down. It floated it, kept it up the whole time. It was very good. Damn it.
Better there.
Yeah.
Jeez, night and day. That was lit.
Much better. I forgot to turn the GoPro on.
That was good.
Damn it. I knew I should have turned it on when you
I
said.
feel like Priscilla getting that rubber off my face.
That was probably the best one.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Left a lot more.
You can't use that if it's first one down though.
Yeah, no.
On a shitty straight, that's not gonna work.
No. This road's too good.
Oh darn it, it is too good. Fuck.
Found the route line.
I know. Yeah.
It's concrete though.
No, I mean I should probably get this at least completely sorted and then I'll test.
Many roads like this.
I'll test shit road somewhere else. Well, unfortunately, the old cops came, so we got to load up. Actually, we were loading up anyway, but yeah, just cops ended up showing up right before we were done. They were super cool about it though. Just made sure that we weren't doing anything too stupid and nobody was racing when he got here. Okay, all right, third one's here, I better load up. All right, so obviously that wrapped it up for us that night, but everything went pretty well. The short thing to take away from all that was I got a good calibration for that road. I've got a few calibrations that I can take pieces of that I know work. So, you know, maybe the launch or the progression, power progression from the second pass, but then the launch settings from the third pass, things like that. So we'll take a look at all that data, and actually, so I'm gonna do a full video analyzing all of that stuff. So, I mean, it's gonna be major nerd alert. If you really wanna dig into how I would analyze a pass, look at all the logs and make changes based on those logs and looking at the video, that's what the next video is gonna be. So keep an eye out for that one. I'm not too sure when we're gonna release it, but I'm gonna have my screen shared, going through all of the logs, showing all of my settings, literally just an in-depth look at what we would do after a test session like that. Hopefully that interests some of you. If not, then it's probably going to be a really long, boring video for you. But for the guys that are really interested in the tuning aspect of it, details of it, you'll probably really like it. So I have no secrets or anything. I'll share exactly what I'm doing in my settings. I'll show my logs. There's probably only a couple of things that I might not show. But for the most part, it'll be pretty transparent. So hopefully you guys can get some ideas from that, or maybe look at it as what not to do. So as always, I really appreciate everybody watching. Be sure to like the video and leave a comment. Let me know what you thought, what you liked, what you didn't like. Side note, the shirts have arrived. Tanya is bagging all of them up and sending them out. So everybody that ordered a shirt, thank you, thank you, thank you. We really appreciate it. Hopefully we can do another order run soon. I know a couple of people have already said that they want one after we already stopped the orders. So we'll announce it when we're doing another order run on them, but we didn't make any spares, unfortunately. So everybody that ordered one, yours will be coming soon. And everybody that didn't, keep an eye out for the next order run that we do. We'll make sure to put it on all of our social media so that you know it's coming up. Yeah, with that, I guess we'll see you next time.